Good day, guys. Now, class today we are going to learn how to use the quadratic formula to solve problems in quadratic equation. But before we move on, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to assist others. Today, in the previous class, we learned how to prove this formula, how we arrive at this formula, and we learned how to use completing the square method to solve quadratic equation problems. But in this class, we are going to be learning how to use this particular formula to also solve a quadratic problem. Now, let's take, for example, like we have a question like this. The question says 5x squared plus 13x minus 6 equals 0. Now, in the previous class, our solving started from ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. It means that what is representing a in this my equation is 5. And what is representing b is 13. And what is representing c is minus 6 here. So I'm going to say, therefore, a equals 5, b equals 13, and c equals minus 6. Now, I'm just going to substitute a equals 5, b equals 13, and c is minus 6 into that formula. My formula says x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is x equals minus b is 13, so I'm going to put 13 here, plus or minus square root of b is 13, so I'll have 13 squared since I have b squared here, minus 4 times a, which is 5, times c, which is negative 6. So all this have square root. Everything divided by 2 times a, which is 2 times 5. So I'm going to have x equals, this is minus 13 plus or minus square root of, when I find the value of 13 squared, I'm going to have 169. But this is all multiplication here, so I have negative here and negative here. So minus times minus will give me plus. So I'll find 4 times 5, that will give me 20. And 20 times 6 will give me 120. So everything divided by 10, which is 2 times 5. So I have x equals negative 13 plus or minus square root of, when I add 169 and 120, I'm going to be having 289. Everything divided by 10. Then I will have x equals minus 13 plus or minus. Then I find the square root of 289. When I find square root of 289, I'm going to get 17. 17 times 17 will give me 289. So this is 17 all over 10. So this will be, now when I get to this stage, I will split the signs. I have plus or minus here, so I'm just going to split it into 2, and I have x equals minus 13 plus 17 all over 10. Then I'll say or minus 13, the other side, minus 17 all over 10. And I'll be having x equals minus 13 plus 17 will give me 4 all over 10. Or x will give minus 13 minus 17 will give me, that is minus 30 divided by 10. When I cut this down, I will have 2 here is 2, and 2 in 10 will give me 5. So when I divide this, I'll be having minus 3. So I'll say my solution to this problem is x equals 2 over 5 or x equals minus 3. So this is the solution to this problem. Now let's try to solve another problem with this same method. Another question is, let's say I have 4x squared plus 8x minus 3 equals 0. And I'm supposed to solve this using the quadratic formula that I know as the almighty formula. So now, exactly the same thing. The first number here is a, second is b, and the third is c. So I'll say a equals 4, b equals 8, and c equals minus 3. Then I will write out my formula by saying x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So this will give me x equals minus b. I have minus 8 plus or minus square root of 8 squared minus 4 times a, which is 4, times c, which is minus 3. Everything divided by 2 times a. But my a is 4. So I'll be having x equals minus 8 plus or minus square root of 8 squared will give me 64 minus times minus here I'll be having plus. So 4 times 4 is 16 and 16 times 3 will give me 48. So everything divided by 2 times 4, which is 8. X is equals to minus 8 plus or minus square root of. When I add 64 plus 48, I'll be getting 112. So this is 112 divided by 8. So this will be x equals minus 8 plus or minus. So I'll find the value of square root of 112. So that will definitely not be a perfect square. So I'll just look for it like that. So that's basically like 4 root 7. So I'll have 10.58. So I'll use it as decimal. 10.58 divided by 8. So I'll say x equals minus 8 plus or minus 10.58 all over 8, or x equals minus 8 minus 10.58 all over 8. I'll say x equals, okay, this is plus or only. So this is 10. So I'm having minus 8 plus 10.58. That will be 2.58 all over 8, or minus 18.58 all over 8. When I divide 2.58 by 8, I'll be having 0.32. X equals 0.32 in 2 decimal place, 25 in 4 decimal place, or x equals minus 18.58 divided by 8 will give us negative 2 point same thing, 2.3225. And this is our solution to this problem, which means sometimes we'll have to get our solution in decimal. So let's do one more question to round this up. Let's say we'll have a question that says 2t squared plus 15t plus 7 equals 0, and we are told to solve this using the same method. So I'm going to say the same thing. My a equals 2, b equals 15, c equals 7. Now in this case, the question is using the variable t, not x. So in my formula, I will change the variable x to t. So I'll be having t equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So this will be giving me t equals minus 15 plus or minus square root of 15 squared minus 4 times 2 times 7. Everything divided by 2 times 2. So I'll be having t equals negative 15 plus or minus square root of 225. So 15 times 15, right? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 7 will be 56. So I'll be having 56 right there. Divided by 4. So I'll be having t equals negative 15 plus or minus. When I subtract 56 from 225, I'll be having 169. So this is 169. 4. So I'll have t equals negative 15 plus or minus 13. That is square root of 169 over 4. So this will be t equals negative 15 plus 13 over 4, or t equals negative 15, negative 13 over 4. So t will give me negative 15 positive 13 will be negative 2 divided by 4, or t will give me negative 28 divided by 4. So I'm having t is equals negative 1 over 2, or t equals negative 7. So this is the solution. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.